That is very cool. And this kind of is leading into showing who you are. I mean, that is, you're well connected in your city, and you definitely go out there to help people and make a difference, is what your goals are from what I hear. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I'm a little helper monkey. That's pretty accurate. That's you know what I've got a servant's heart, and I don't know that I always knew that, and I'm not sure that I always did. But in 2004, I got on LinkedIn, and in 2005, I was connecting with people all over the world. And it was cool. It was a great experience. And in 2006, uh, Detroit got hit with the recession long before the rest of the country did, right? So we could have told you what was going to happen. We didn't. And as I was connecting with all these people around the world, learning these things and building these relationships, the one thing that slapped me across the face was none of these people give a shit about Detroit, don't care, and if anything needs to have somebody care, it's the city, right? Because the city is a living, breathing organism, whether we think it is or we think it's not. It is. And if no one's showing it love, it's not going to work. So I started this organization called Motor City Connect back in late 2006. And the idea was if we could empower the people, like help them grow their business, right? So if we could do business development by working with the people, so personal development, what ultimately should happen is some really cool community development. Because it's really hard to give of yourself when you don't have enough to give. So if we could change that a little bit, that would be cool. So Motor City Connect had that. We were one of the first in the nation, really, that was a hybrid online and real world networking group. So we were hyper focused in the Detroit area, but we could meet online 24/7, and then we had face to face meetings. At one point, we had like 14 different meetings a month. And it was really all about getting people connected. We talk about the ask. We don't do 30-second commercials or elevator pitches. We do the ask. And the ask is very simple. It's your name, your business category, and then who's the one person or one idea or one company that someone in the room could introduce you to would absolutely make your week. So that's what we focus on. We teach people all the time. The more specific you are with that, counterintuitive as it may be, the more specific you are with your ask, the more likely you are to find success.
Cool. Yeah, that's a neat, a little different than the typical BNI type group and those type of networking groups, correct?
It is. It is. We don't have a lot of rules and regulations and regiments and all that stuff. And honestly, I'm not a real rules, regulation, or regimenty kind of guy. You've known me a long time. You know, if there's my own drummer, I'll be out there dancing to that instead of listening to whatever on top 40. You know, I hear my own beat, so I follow
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like our conversation earlier about how the bottom third on our screen was bothering me so I
You should
have a
move
little
over a little to your
bit.
left, by the way.
Oh, okay. If you see now, we've got a lot of visuals in here, so if people are listening, they might need to turn on the YouTube channel. But it is something that's good to mention if people are listening to the podcast. It's good to mention this once in a while because I know I had in the past some people that said they didn't even know we were on YouTube and they didn't know they could watch it too. So it's good to mention that we do have both avenues for whatever reasons people want to hey, look at us with the hashtag sign behind, or listen, it's up to them. Whatever avenue they are more comfortable with, we want to help get to that. So
My
great
thought
information.
is, my thought is that they should watch you and listen to me. I think that's probably it's beauty and the significantly less beauty is what we've got going on. That was in the running for the name actually.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Beauty and much less. Speaking of things that are kind of silly, I forgot my headphones today, so I'm sorry if we're making a little bit extra noise or if I don't sound as clear or as good. That's completely my bad. I'm not I'm at my office as opposed to my home office. I like to mix things up a little bit now and again.
Yeah, and we're just kind of training Terry in at this point, so he's still learning.
So it works. I don't know what I'm doing, people.
Exactly.
I'm having fun with it.
So
I'm focused on this, so I'm looking at this camera.
Yep, we're learning. We're all learning. And you know what? You guys can learn with us. So that's one of the things we're going to walk through today. And we should probably get into, you know what? This might be a little bit longer one, but that's okay because we wanted to kind of have you learn a little bit more about myself and Terry versus just the normal interviews. And so we will do this from time to time just to get to know us a little better too.
Sure.
Let's get into what our main discussion, and this won't take too long, but we have 3 key questions that we want to cover. And this came from our interview last week with Daphna. Do you want to explain a little bit about what we're going to cover, Terry?
Yeah, so Daphna's this awesome lady who traveled around the country. She hit all 50 states in 52 weeks, and I would recommend listening to that podcast.
And this will be the show before this. So if you missed it, it's there for you. It'll be available for you. It's show number 44.
Right, and this is show 45 that we're doing right now. So perfect. That's a great thing. So this will come after. So she'll allude to this at the very tail end of our program. It's one of her takeaways. And because neither Janet or I had done it, we thought maybe we should figure it out for ourselves. So Daphna, when talking about social media, said you need to figure out 3 things, right? So you can be authentic, so you can be clear, so you can have purpose and direction in how you do social. You need to answer these 3 things. And the 3 things are pretty simple. What do you do? Why do you do it? And basically, from your audience or your customer's perspective, what's in it for me? The old everyone's favorite WIIFM. So I loved it. So Janet and I said, all right, we're going to do it. And then for some reason, we thought it would be fun to have a show about it. That was on her, I think.
Oh, really? Well, the thing is, we figured out our brand, and Terry and I have had this discussion because it is completely I wouldn't say completely, but it is changing from social media hangout time to business growth time. But now, what exactly is business growth time? And we'd love to hear your feedback, too, on what we're going to discuss and what you'd like to hear. But we know what our expertise is and what the people that we know that we bring on the show expertise is, too. But now we want to say this very easily. So the question, what do we do? I'll go ahead and start. I have mine written down. I'm a little more analytical, I guess we put it that way, than Terry. Not really, but I have a little bit of that to me. So this is what I do, and mine's going to be different from Terry's, which is fine. But what I do is I want the goal of this show, too, is to help businesses grow with specific strategies to be noticed and heard. It is very loud online right now. It's very noisy, and so it's harder to get noticed and heard. And so that's one of the things that I try to teach. Help you stand out, help the audience stand out by listening and giving clients the potential of clients what they want. So you want to give your potential clients what they actually want. So you need to listen to them. Because if you don't listen, how are you going to have any idea what they want? So I think that's the other thing we want to teach here too. And then I come from an elementary education background. That's what I went to school for. And so I tend to break things down to an elementary education level. So I want everything in the online world is so big and so complicated. I try to simplify that into marketing strategies that bring it down to an elementary level. So that's kind of what I do. So let's get into Terry's what do you do?
Mine's pretty simple and straightforward. I connect select businesses and individuals with the knowledge, resources, and opportunities that they need to succeed. That's my world, plain as day. So I don't know. There's probably 3 or 4 words that I could have won on the buzzword bingo. So if we need a little deeper analysis, I connect, literally, physically. As a verb, I connect. I'm a connector by heart. So I take the time to listen and understand what people's needs and wants and desires really are. And then through my network and through whatever memory I have left and some of the tools and technologies, I make physical introductions based on, you said you were trying to accomplish this. This person is a great individual to help you do that. You two need to sit down. When I'm really smart about it, I remember to figure out how to get paid in advance of that. When I'm being exactly who I am, I've already sent the email and then say, shit, I should have figured out how to get paid on that. But it's okay. I do it and get paid in numerous other ways. So with the knowledge, I do a lot of training, I do a lot of speaking. Favorite thing in the world, being in front of an audience. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. With the resources, sometimes those resources are employees. I just did a recruiting assignment, found 2 different people for a new company. Sometimes those resources are capital. Just met with a guy that's an investment banker, so he can be a resource to some of my clients. And then with the opportunities, those are normally strategic partners, business partners, venture partners, where they're also clients. So that's what I do.
Okay, and that's kind of why you do it too, correct?
It is. Well, why I do it is because I spent a little bit of time meditating and trying to figure out what my place was in the universe, right? Why, like everybody, why am I here? And I spent enough time doing that where I got actually connected to who I am and what my purpose was. And when you go that deep, you can't help but realize that we are all connected, right? Like at a universal level, we are all part of the same. So part of my role and responsibility is to spread that message as well. And I do that kind of sneaking around in business clothes, even though I'm probably just some Huey Dewey philosopher at heart.
A little bit. No, just kidding.
Just a little bit.
No, that's great. That's great. And you're right. We are all connected, I believe, in some way or another. And when you get into the whole social world of things, it's, LinkedIn, what you were just discussing, bringing into the social aspect. Look at what LinkedIn, when you look at connections. Sorry, my cat's in the way. But,
yeah, you've got another co-host.
I know. I always have my kitty here. So let's get into what's in it for. Well, actually, let's back up.
Yeah, you got to do your why.
Why do I do it? Okay. So why I do it is I love seeing the people's results, and it kind of goes back to why you started your Motor City Connect too. It's because I see a lot of people struggling and going, why should I even bother with social media? Why should I even bother with this online marketing? But I realize if they can do it and do it the right way, it can get them results and increase their profits. So that's why I do what I do, is because I like to see that business owner succeed. And it makes me feel good, and so that's a big thing too. And then the other side of it is why I do what I do is because I'm kind of crazy, and it takes crazy, hashtag it takes crazy, there you go. I just have this fun side of me that is entrepreneurial, and kind of like we did that test, you and I turned out the same on that test. Yeah. Where we were most like Donald Trump, crazy enough. So, we have that kind of side to us that's entrepreneurial, and so that's part of the reason that I do what I do, so I can just, be free to connect with whoever I choose versus whoever somebody tells me to.
Love it. Love it, love it. So, what is in it for your clients? Finish it up. Bring us home, kid.
Okay. Well, number one is revenue. I think the bottom line piece of things needs to be a business is not going to sit and listen to this show just for fun. It's fun. We're making it fun, believe me.
Oh,
but,
we're fun.
But it's not the reason that they are listening so that they can simplify. So simplicity is another side of it. Simplify the way they do business so that they can increase their revenue. bottom line is they need to increase their revenue. And that's why we call this business growth time. And so that's what's in it for them. But I also want them to laugh as well as learn, because we've got to make this about fun. You and I want to have fun, but we want to also help the audience have fun too.
Totally. Yeah, I don't expect that people will listen if it's not fun.
Exactly.
Really, to me, funny, I talk about my speaking, and I use the word inspiredutaining, and it's part inspirational, and it's part educational, and it's part entertaining. And if you don't hit on those three things, people sleep. And if they sleep, you know, it's one thing because you have to watch them sleep in the audience, and that would be bad. But here, they don't even have to sleep. They just don't turn it on. So hopefully we're somewhere in there in making those things happen. So what's in it for my clients? My clients find somebody that acts as a partner who is really, really vested and cares about their success. And that to me is all that I can offer. I am in this with you to make this happen for you. You know, it's almost my original business card, well, not my original, but my first actual cool guy design business card that somebody else did. My buddy Charlie came up with the phrase, "your secret weapon." And that's kind of what I do, right? I'm MacGyver. I don't, you give me a paper clip and a pack of bubble gum and a jackknife. I don't know what a jackknife is, that's what a truck does. A buck knife, that's the CK knife I'm looking for. And I can get you $50,000 in business because that's just what I do. Fun. Did you frame out and freeze on me? I think you did. It's really cool watching someone on a Google Hangout when there's video involved, because sometimes they just absolutely freeze. And so it gives you the opportunity to just make up a bunch of random stuff. Now, for Janet, who is a little more particular and a little more, you have to be inside the lines, it's going to be kind of fun to see if she goes back and hears this and edits some of this. I'll try and not swear. We wanted to do these live, and by we, I mean me. I wanted to do these live. But she was kind of hoping there'd be some kind of tape delay, you know, like all of a sudden my nipple might fall out like it's the Super Bowl. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm wearing a sweater. It should be okay. But you really never know what's going to happen or what I may say, especially given the opportunity like this.